Our next couple, Elaine and Roby McClellan. They both play golf and pickleball, and Elaine plays mahjong. They love traveling, and most weekends are spent with their son's family. These guys have nailed retirement. Roby and Elaine are two of the founding members of the Laguna Woods Pickleball Club and played a significant role in shaping the club's early activities. Also gold medal winners, so I'm just going to leave my medals on. Hey, thanks for coming on, you guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to start off with the questions. Where are you from? Elaine, I guess you better start. You're from different places.
Yeah, I'm from a little town in New Jersey, right outside of Princeton.
Okay.
I grew up in Tallahassee, Florida.
Tallahassee, Florida. Okay. And how long have you been a couple?
It'll
be 60 years.
In September. On September 4th, it'll be 60 years.
Whoa, okay.
I know.
And how long have you been in Laguna Woods?
We came 13 years ago, but we rented for 2 years.
Well, that counts.
And or winters, 2 winters, and then we bought 11 years ago.
Perfect. Okay, let's get started. How'd you meet?
We met, we were starting a junior year abroad program.
You were.
We both were.
Oh, you both were?
Yeah.
We were.
Mm-hmm. And he was in college in Tennessee, and I was in Pennsylvania. And we met in the New York Harbor.
What college were you
I
at?
actually saw Elaine the night before.
Oh.
They got all of the students that were on the program together at, I think, the Mayflower Hotel in New York. And I saw her, but we never were able to get together that night. So the next day we got on the boat, and as we're leaving the harbor, the boat lurched. My stateroom was next door to her stateroom, and honestly, I fell into her stateroom.
He did. And I was 20 years old and trying to figure, I'd never been on a cruise before.
Right.
And I didn't know what you're supposed to wear to lunch. So I was standing there in my slip, and he fell in my room. And he said, "Hi, I'm his nickname, Buddy McClellan. You want to go to lunch?" What?
And
we
she
went to
did.
So that was exciting. Then we...
Yeah. We spent all that afternoon. We played ping pong. I thought I was the king of the world in ping pong, and she beat me.
I grew up playing ping pong with an older brother, so
right.
he was shocked.
Oh,
Quite. Anyway, then we played bridge and did whatever you do on a boat. Went to dinner together. Went dancing that night together.
So we spent... Well, tell them about the price of...
It sounds as though, yeah. In those days, it cost less money to go on an ocean line. We went on Holland American Line.
okay.
Across the ocean. It cost less money to do that than it did to fly Pan Am.
Right.
It was $328 to fly and $317 round trip on Holland American Lines.
So we spent a week on the ship whining, maybe not, beering and, and dining and dancing, and it was gorgeous. And then the program had us in Paris for 3 or 4 days. Yeah. And about the last night in Paris, he said, I think I love you. And I said, of course you love me. We just spent a week on a ship having a wonderful time. Now we're in Paris. This is not the real world. So.
And I was thereby introduced to what a northern girl was like. I'd grown up in the South. If I'd said that to a girl in the South, "Oh, that's so wonderful," she said, "Yeah, of course."
Anyway, so it was, we were both in school in Aix-en-Provence for the whole junior year.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful place.
It's beautiful, yeah. It was
it's a great place.
Yeah, I lived with a French family, and you lived with a...
Sort of with a French family. I lived on the grounds from a fairly wealthy family. Yet a converted chicken coop. That's true.
So the program put the women with families and the men
No,
No.
not necessarily. I signed up to live with a family
Okay.
because I was a French major.
Well, I sort of lived with the family, and we could have breakfast there at the big house,
Right.
and take a shower once a week.
Did you
It-
see?
it was
Did you
France.
see Elaine the night you took a shower?
No, we saw each other pretty much all the time.
He did have an outdoor toilet, though, right?
Our house did.
Yeah.
I mean, the
His little
big house had toilets,
Right.
but we used the outhouse.
Okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. And- okay, so you were there for a semester. What
A
college?
whole year.
A whole
Oh,
year.
So what
yeah.
college were you from?
I was from the University of the South at Sewanee, Tennessee.
And what about you, Elaine?
Arcadia, in
Okay.
Philly. Yeah.
Okay. So then, okay, so you're there for a year and you're seeing each other all the time, and then you came home.
Well, then he went back to Tennessee, and I went back to Pennsylvania.
For a year.
For a year. He hitchhiked up
Well-
to see me a couple times.
Well, actually, we got back in June,
Oh,
and in July I came up to Long Beach Island, where she lived in the summer,
Right.
and got a job bussing tables. and-
Okay. Where did you stay on Long Beach Island?
at our
With her
house.
family.
Oh, at your
Yeah, my mom was really nice to do that.
No, she was. She had come over at Christmas time with Elaine's sister and younger brother, and so she knew who I was. She
Right.
knew me.
Right. Right. And then you went back at the end of the summer. You went back to
To Tennessee,
Tennessee,
to
and you went
school.
back to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And then, and so you were seniors at this point?
Seniors,
seniors, yeah.
and I think did I go to Swanee twice, I think.
Yeah, and I hitchhiked up, I think 5 times.
5 times.
I think
Wow.
so. We actually at Christmas that year, I hitchhiked up to Lake Placid,
Oh, right.
where I'd worked before in the winter
Okay.
to make money at
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And then she came up after about a week, after I'd been there about a week. And
Right.
she worked there at the Marcy Hotel.
What did you do?
I was a waitress. I had experience. I'd always waitress in the summer.
Right.
We were bartenders and
Oh.
cocktail waitresses together on Long Beach Island for a couple years. So
So, okay, so then you both graduated, and then,
got married that August.
oh, that August.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll be married 58 years in August.
Oh, my.
So,
Perfect. Not on your birthday.
No,
Got to have two things separate.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, so then you got married, and did you go to graduate school?
yeah. Went
Both
down
of-
to, no, Elaine worked to let me go to graduate school at Emory University in Atlanta. And then we left Atlanta and went to a school just to spend a year or two teaching and see what we wanted to do with our lives. And we retired 41 years later from that school.
It was a good school. I know about
school.
that school. Okay, so then what people who are watching this don't know is about what you do in the summers. What you're here during the winters, but what you do in the summer. So why don't you tell me?
We go to Long Beach Island, and we have, well, my grandmother had a home there years and years ago, 1920, I think she bought a home.
In 1922.
1922, and then that washed away in a storm. But we are slow learners. We bought a house on the same street, across the street, but it's up on pilings.
Right.
So we go there in the summer, and we have a son there and his 3 daughters and wife. It's a duplex, so they live on the middle floor, we're upstairs, and then downstairs is just a common area. And then the 3 granddaughters are all working in a very upscale restaurant there, and it's really, really nice. It's very fun. We have our privacy, they have theirs.
So the winters with the California family, and the summers are with the New Jersey.
Right.
What a
We have
life you guys have. Yeah, you really have nailed retirement.
I know, we have nailed retirement.
Our older son and his lifeguard buddy, we had said, we thought after he finished college, maybe don't go straight to graduate school. Do something you'll never get to do again.
Right.
And so he and his buddy came out to San Francisco and tended bar, and he was in a pool bar, and so he was on a pool team that played all over San Francisco. And, but one day a girl walked in and
was
needed
it.
to learn to play pool. And
Well-
they've been married now for 30 years.
Yeah, when he pulled out of our driveway in New Jersey, I said, "Don't fall in love with a California girl." But he did. So
that's
now
the
we're
son who's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it turned out to be wonderful.
great.
It's what brought us out.
Right, right. Oh, that's great. Right, my mother said the same thing to
Your
me.
mom said the
Yeah.
same thing.
We don't listen to our parents.
No.
I actually remember they drove an old VW, our old VW, out to California. And I remember Elaine walking down the driveway, holding on to the window, with both hands walking sideways. Don't fall in love with a California girl.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But the California girls are pretty nice, so.
They are.
You lucked
They
out.
are.
Yeah.
Right.
And our
Yeah.
granddaughters
Right.
are nice too.
Right, and we can't see the pictures, but the pictures will be up of your gorgeous grandchildren. Right, they'll
nice.
be, PJ will be putting them in when he edits.
okay.
So that'll be really great.
Yeah.
It's really fun to see the old pictures, what we all looked like.
Oh, well, yeah.
In the olden days.
I know.
Have you guys taken any trips with your grandchildren?
Not with them.
Not with them, but we've
gone-
met them.
We've met them last year, one of our granddaughters is at Oxford, and we went to see her, and another granddaughter is studying in Copenhagen. So of course, we had to go see them both.
Oh, so this was your trip last year?
That was just last fall.
Last
yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
The granddaughter that was at Copenhagen's already back at college in the United States. But the granddaughter that's at Oxford, she stays until she graduates she actually is not graduating until November.
Okay.
And the granddaughter who's studying in Copenhagen met a guy the second
no.
day she was there. And we met him too. I don't know if it'll come to fruition, but we'll see.
Where is he from?
He's from New Jersey
Oh,
also.
thank goodness.
From
But
Summit.
he goes to Duke, so he's further south, and she's at Colgate.
So she's been down
They're
to
in the
Duke.
same predicament we were in. So we'll see if they last.
She's been down to Duke. He's been up to they're trying to do the same foolishness.
At least he's not from Copenhagen, so you lucked out. It
Yeah.
worked out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Although we just have to go back.
So I just want to say one thing. It's always wonderful when our children go to neat places that we can go visit. My son, I had a
Yes.
son who was in Florence, Italy, so that was a great
yeah.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was in Japan. That was another good trip. So
Nice.
Yeah,
They were studying
Yeah,
there?
he was studying. Yeah.
Wow.
It was worthwhile sending him
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming on. It's
You're
really,
welcome.
I've learned
Thank
more
you
than
for
I ever
having
knew.
I know. Well, we never talked about that.
Talk about these
We're too
things.
busy playing mahjong.
I know. Anyway, thank you so much. It's been really fun.
Thank you.
If you'd like to come on to the show, email us at lwvcouples@gmail.com. Include your name, phone number, and email address, and brief description of your story.